I don't want to listen to a new artist doing old school. What is the point?
BBC Sounds.
When it comes to hip-hop, how deep do you normally go? Do you try and find stuff that no one's heard, or that it's like,
I don't necessarily go for stuff that people haven't heard. I mean, I think that when I was much younger, I used to be obsessed with listening to stuff that nobody had heard of. And I went through a phase of only listening to music that came from one particular borough of New York. Or, you sort of become so into this specific type of music, and you're so willing to reject anything that's outside of that very narrow band, whereas I'm not like that anymore. But and actually, from doing the podcast, I think I've become a little less dismissive of, when I was growing up, hip hop was all about skills and respecting the history of the culture and all that, and it's not like that anymore. And a lot of older rappers will complain about new rappers not respecting the artists that have come before them, and I used to think there was some credence in that, but now I sort of don't care about that. I mean, I think if you want to do something genuinely new and innovative, a slight amount of disregard for what's come before you, I think, is probably a healthy thing. So yeah, in a waffly answer to your very brief question, no, I don't search out things that nobody's listened to, but I do hunt around a bit for stuff I like.
I realised the other day that one of the biggest turn-offs for me in terms of like how bands describe themselves is when people say old school, and I'm like, forget it. Why would I don't want to listen to a new artist doing old school. What is the point? Like, people before you did it. Like, I mean, metal is a weird one, because metal, I feel, doesn't evolve as quickly as hip-hop does. Hip-hop is a very quickly evolving genre, especially throughout the last 10 years. The 2010s, it was just like rapidly escalating and changing all the time. When people go, we're old school, it's like, well, nice one, mate. You just completely ruined your chances of people listening to you, because everyone else is pushing things forwards.
Yeah, I definitely think that whole attitude of only liking stuff that sounds like stuff that was made ages ago, I don't understand why there's any reason to do that, because you could spend, as you have, James, specifically in 2016, you could spend your whole life plundering that period of time and finding loads and loads of great stuff that was made with those circumstances, and so the idea that you're listening to something that emulates that doesn't seem like the right way to go.